I gotta remember that. Unless I wash the clothes, they're not gonna just magically appear in the closet. And then they're looking, I'm like, wow, another day, and there's no more, of my regular tank tops. Because, it's too hot to fucking wear, like, even t-shirts here. It's tough. I gotta work that out. If you grabbed Iggy Pop in 1988 and told him that his music was going to close out the new Superman movie, he would have laughed at you. How you doing? Yeah, he would have been like, what? What are you talking about? No one knew who he was back then, really. Basically, I say that in a mainstream sense. Like I did, because I'm fucking cool. But most people they didn't know who he was. The Stooges were never big. They never sold records. Like, knowing about the Stooges was like, it was a good pleb filter. It was like, oh, you know the Stooges? Oh, do you know the New York Dolls? And then we go from there. And that's how you knew if someone had some kind of taste. And where I lived, I always had like stores, like record shops, like independent ones where you could find stuff like that. But if you didn't live near one, I mean, there's no way. He wasn't like his videos really weren't on TV. He had them, but I didn't play them that much. There was a period in the 80s, in mid-80s, when he had a little bit of success there with the Real Wild One now. They played that on MTV. But, yeah, it's funny. What the hell's going on over here? There's always something, you know? You never know what you're walking into around here. You see. Oh, that's cool. Hey, guys. Oh my god. It's been a long COVID. You just gotta clean up the planners. Yeah, so I ran into another one of these new, you can say anything you want now people on YouTube. Like, I've talked about it before. I predicted this would happen, and it has a lot quicker and earlier than I anticipated. And I've talked about it recently. This new group, this new wave of people that can kind of just say whatever the fuck they want. Like, and it's great. I enjoy watching them. But, like, I've trained myself out of being able to do that. From here. From getting in trouble for so many times. For, like, doing fucking not even close to anything like these people are doing. And I'm talking, of course, about Shameless Berg and Billy Gaddis and Not Today Satan, Hermes, Ranting for Vengeance. So this whole new group of people kind of came out at the same time. And it kind of ascended the subscriber base kind of all at the same time. They're all doing very well. By saying things that I've gotten banned for many times. It's just like, it blows my mind. It's a good, it's a good thing, ultimately. Hang on a second. Yeah, I am just now, this month, coming up another Good Boy Summer thing. Where I was on what the fuck you call it, probation. If I got in trouble one more time, I was going to lose the channel. So I just got in trouble again recently for something that I guarantee you isn't even close to what these people are saying, or was being allowed to say, with absolutely no pushback. So if they're not controlled by some outside force, they're being allowed to do this for some reason. And you may think, yeah, you're just sore about it. Yes, I am, because I had to go through all the bannings and the bullshit and just the stuff with YouTube where they're telling you you're the bad man. It's like, fuck you. I'm not. And then these guys are just like, yeah, we're just going to fucking say anything we fucking want. It's like, wow, what happened? How did I miss that wave? But it just sucks because it does make you feel a certain type of way, as black people would say. yeah, I don't know. I don't, begrudge anybody their success. I'm not trying to get success here, obviously. If I wanted to, there's other stuff I would be doing. But I don't do that because if I did it and it didn't work, I wouldn't be able to say, well, I'm not trying. You see that? You know that move? That's me. That's what I'm doing. It's just, it's great overall, though. It's a good thing overall. Just to have people go out and be able to say this stuff. That guy Hermes is fucking wild. Like, he's just saying fucking pull to your fucking... He's doing everything, but I think even the N-word has been dropped in his as like a question. Like, you think it's wrong, it's blah, blah, blah. But nothing's off limits for any of this new crew. And it's like, I wonder what happened. At what point did the system say, all right, we're going to make a pivot here? And it was fairly recently because I'm just getting over a fucking bad boy period. So I don't know. But something has happened. Something has shifted at YouTube where they're allowing this kind of stuff. There's no fucking way. Especially this last guy, this Hermes guy, or any of them could be saying this stuff. And it's great because it's like, yes, that's what people think. Yes, that's what we're thinking. That's what we say to ourselves and our loved ones. Not just about the race thing, but about the control. The whatever people want to call the system. Whatever you want to. That's the thing you get in trouble for, maybe more than anything. Now, of course, the racial thing feeds into that because that's a big weapon of theirs. But yeah, I fucked myself, I think, for doing this. I don't think I'll ever be able. I'd never be able to be like one of them because I cut my arms off. You know what I mean? It was like I'm so used to not being able to do things and being scared to talk about stuff. I mean, I still wouldn't say half the shit these people say out of fear because I'd be, oh, fuck, I'm gonna lose the channel again. And I think, and I like doing it. It's fun. It's an outlet. It's something that gives me it's a mental health fucking boost. It keeps me from the bell tower. See, I even had to consider my words there too, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, don't say anything that would make people think you're violent. I got all this stuff going on all the time, in real time while talking. I have another whole dialogue going, watching, being an ombudsman was what I'm saying. But I still make it. I still get around it. We still have fun, I think. No? Well, fuck you then. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, on the one hand, you do get a bit salty. She's like, what the fuck, man? All that time I had to fucking sit out. I'd like, if I added up all the months that I couldn't make videos on YouTube, because one time they got me for, what was that? Maybe it was, no, it was twice I got 2 weeks. I get 2 weeks off. So I spent maybe a couple months in the 3 years I've been here not being able to upload because I felt was fairly benign shit. Otherwise I wouldn't have put it up there. I wouldn't have said it. And once you get on their radar, once they are watching for every fucking thing you do. So they've got me cucked into a corner where I have to be very creative about what I say. And sometimes I still think, I've had to, dude, I'm getting madder as I think about it. I've had to throw away so many fucking videos. Good ones too, because I'll go too deep into the black stuff or go too deep into the government stuff. And I'll just have to just throw the footage away. Some of them, I'm halfway through editing them. And when you're a fucking mental case like me, editing can be painful. Because it's like, oh, alright, should this go here? Should that go here? There's too many decisions. I took 5 years to make an album once. 5 years to make the first Cat Nations album. That's ridiculous. No one cares. No one's waiting for it. No one knows what do you... Now I'm making myself moan that. So I don't know. It's not worth getting worked up about. It's not about the people. Those people, that crew, they're fine. I like them. I'm a fan. I listen to all their stuff, and I watch them every day, every time I see something. But it's hard, you know, to get my thoughts together out here. Hang on a second. Let me see what's going on. I got some fucking brain scramble going on. Oh, fucking shitty music. It doesn't make you look cool. You look like a fucking dick. It's all about dicks. Anyway, I love fucking ignoring people. I'm not going to get into the what I was about to talk about because I gotta focus on something. I'm also going to end up, you know, doing a screen where I have to use softball words because even though I maybe I don't anymore, that I'm too fucking cucked now. So there is a resentment, absolutely. Not toward the people though. The people are fine. I'm a fan, you know, but there's resentment toward YouTube, I guess. But what do you expect? It's the devil's fucking... Where's that music coming from? I thought it was a car driving by, but we've been stuck with it for 30 seconds now, and it's making me want to fucking... well, it makes me want to think about it. See what happens to me? See what they've done to me? But is my girl? I think I'd give her a cigarette maybe. Oh, is that my girl? No. I got my certain people. Oh yeah, it is. Hey dear, how you doing?
Hi.
How's it going, dear?
Alright, and you?
Yeah, not bad. Just some walking
You're
through.
recording again?
Yeah, that's all I do.
Sweet, yeah?
That's all I do. Have a good day.
Bye.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm just not, you know, it's hard to complain about it and not sound like a fucking sour pussy ass, a sandy vagina guy. But I am, just because of the fucking, not to sound like a faggot, but there's a mental fucking anguish thing that goes through a lot of stuff. It's abuse, really. I am the real victim here. Yeah, I don't think it would, not like I'm saying if I had the ability to do that stuff, that it would have made anything I was doing more effective. In fact, if anything, it's probably helped me to try to think quicker or to work on my feet better or to just avoid trouble, you know, as far as being able to have a conversation with people. Because if you're trying to, you know, although, hey, why don't I pick a sentence and fucking stay with it? I was just about to say, it's better if you want to kind of reach out to people or get some communication with, if you're not so ornery with your language, you have a better chance of having a conversation. But within more recent times, I discovered that there is no conversation. I don't want to have that conversation with anybody. I don't want to reach out to anyone. I don't want to communicate. I know what they think. I know. It's a waste of time. You're just going to get yourself hurt. Maybe even physically. I'm in the avoidance stage now. Alright, well, what are we going to do now? What's the next move here? And I think a lot of people are there too. It's just like, all the talking is done. It's been proven that it doesn't matter what you kind of say to, and this is for mitigating the system, this is for talking to LGBT, this is talking to black people, it's anything that is a problem for the white man, you just can't contend with it because the people you're trying to contend with are they're soulless fucking retards with no fucking... See if I come in trouble again? They're nice people. They're good people, but I don't know. See, this is the kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess I can't talk about it. Because, like, you know, I bring back to talking to Uncorrupted Truth years ago about this shit when I first started on YouTube and was just constantly like I think they were just trying to get me to go away. You know, back then though, I was talking a lot about COVID and just pointing out things about it that didn't make sense or that made people squirrely, you know, like, well, they didn't like that. That was a system problem. I didn't get into like the social race stuff until like we started, seeing them dropped off here in large groups. And that's when I started talking about it. And to this day, I don't think I've seen anyone publicly. I talk about it to people privately, of course, and I've even had some people that I assume work in positions that they would be privy to some information because they've gotten anonymous tips on stuff about how things work, about certain aspects of this whole military operation. But yeah, it's only then that have I really started talking about that kind of stuff. Hold on a second, I'm gonna go in rough. With fucking, wow, what a surprise. 333. I gotta watch the screen like a fucking hawk. I just did about 5 minutes that I wasn't recording. It wasn't anything great, but it was there. So, yeah, Uncorrupted Truth, I was talking about him before I went in there. He's a guy that, I don't even think he's allowed on YouTube. But he was here years ago. He's got his own website and stuff, and he uploads to other, BitChute and shit like that. But he's a guy that I watched be, like, gang-stalked incredibly. Like, they were smashing up his T.O. box, they were going around doing things to him personally. Who they were, I don't know. But, unless it was, like, an elaborate fucking, created theater, but I don't think it was. And, he got into the 13 families and bloodlines, and he talked a lot about, that flying too close to the sun type of stuff that I engage in only, sometimes. Only sometimes. And mix it in with a bunch of this other horse shit so no one finds it. Which is, again, you're like, well, then how did you... Because I do that a lot. I have a lot of, like, kind of topics that are, like, hot button, scary topics, but I don't ever advertise. Like, the thumbnails and the video titles never have anything to do with the thing I'm talking about that could cause consternation. I'd mix it in with all this other stuff. So unless you, like, watch me for whatever reason, you're not going to get that information. But it's still valuable because what you're doing, all right, even if no one fucking watches you, you're putting your will and intent out into the world. It's like, I called it a message in a bottle type of thing, but it's not even like that because the act is saying it out loud into the world. It's getting into the ether. You're putting your will out there. And that's really what it's all about. You're protesting against things that, you don't like. And you have to do that with evil because otherwise, if you don't, it'll keep rolling. It's only going to stop doing what it's doing if you say something about it. And depending on the thing it is and how you say it, they absolutely have to stop doing it. They'll very quickly pivot to another way of doing it. But Uncorrupted Truth, he was a master at that. He still talks, so he does these talks, like, in the islands, and he's done himself into a couple other things too, like some kind of tour guide kind of thing. He's a good guy. But I once talked to him about all this stuff when I was first going through a lot of it, where I was just banned constantly. And I was like, well, how, we talk about YouTube, I'm like, how many of these people that do talk about this stuff, and those people weren't anything like these new people. I'm thinking of like Monty, who else, the Show Me Baby, guys that were saying stuff about the system and about, that flying too close to the sun kind of subject material. And I was talking to him about it, like, well, how many of these guys do you think have a kind of CIA connection or handled in some way? And he's like, how many? And I was like, yeah, like, out of all the people in this kind of relatively small group that do talk about this kind of stuff that I talk about, and how many of them you think are controlled in some way? And he said to me, it's like, he looked at me like I'm the idiot, but all of them, he didn't look at me. He looked at me through the screen because we're emailing this exchange. But he looked at me through the screen with a look on his face like, what are you, a fucking idiot? And said, all of them, they all are. But even that's not a big deal though. I used to think that was like, oh, well, they're fucking controlled. You can't listen to anything they say. They're still saying shit. I still get a lot of good stuff from someone like Quantum of Conscience. He's fucking McKinley. Like, he, I'm not gonna, but make of that what you will. And I still got a lot of good stuff from him, like as far as not maybe so much information, but ways to think about stuff. Like it got me thinking about other stuff. So that, there's value in people that are controlled. It's just what it is they may lure you into thinking that you can say what they're saying. I guarantee you I can't. I guarantee you I can't say some of the stuff these people are saying. I'm just getting over a fucking grace period for something way that if I should collect all the things that I get banned for. I don't know where you would have that. It might be in your my YouTube creator fucking suite thing. I don't use a computer though. I do this all on my phone. Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy? This high quality show is done on my phone. So the things you get on your YouTube creator suite on a computer is different than you can access on your phone. There's more information, but I'd like to go through and get all the, not just the full like week bans, but like all the warnings, all the strikes, all the takedowns, and just collect them all, and just see, and just to kind of display what I'm talking about here. Do I sound like a butthurt faggot? Yes! Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.